Today, we will read a fun story about Pippa. She is a fairy with a very special wand that creates pumpkin lanterns. Are you ready? Let's go. Author Tim Bugbird, illustrated by Lara Ede, publisher Make Believe Ideas. When Pippa first used her fairy wand, it was shiny, sparkly, and new. One whoosh made a pumpkin lantern, and a swoosh made a face with a boo. The lanterns were made for a party that came around once a year, when trees were turning golden and winter was drawing near. Do you like parties too? What kind of parties do you like? Nice. But one year, Pippa was shocked. When she waved her wand, she found all the wrong kind of lanterns in a row by her feet on the ground. What do you think the wrong kind of lanterns look like? That's nice. And how do you think Pippa felt when she saw them? I like that answer. When Penny and Bee came over to see how Pippa was getting along, she panicked and covered the pumpkins. Great, she said. Nothing's wrong. The lanterns are just so booey. I had to hide them away. They are under this cloth so no one can see. Till the party, that's where they'll stay. Can you find all the hidden lanterns? They are under the yellow cloth on the right side of the page. What do you think they look like? Yeah, I like that answer. Promise, said Pippa. You won't tell a soul. We must not spoil the surprise. They are the best I have ever made. You won't believe your eyes. What secret is Pippa the Pumpkin Fairy trying to keep? Yeah. And why is it so special? Yeah, I like that answer. But Penny and Bee could not resist telling a friend or two. The news was so big and they didn't know what Pippa said wasn't true. As Penny was talking, Prue overheard and called Macy, her very best friend, who spread the word on Flitter. Pippa's pumpkins began to trend. If you were Penny or Bee and you heard something really big about Pippa's pumpkins, but you weren't sure if it was true, what would you do before telling all your friends? Yeah, I like that answer. Good job. Talk of beautiful pumpkins soon made the national news. And still, Pippa's wand would not work. She didn't know what to do. The rumor was getting out of hand. It was all a terrible mess. But the longer she left it, the harder it was for Pippa to try to confess. So what do you think Pippa should do to fix this problem? Yeah, I like that answer. The day of the pumpkin party arrived, and the fairies couldn't wait to see just how truly amazing Pippa's lanterns were going to be. Pippa nervously peeked outside, watched by a TV crew. It's time at last, the presenter announced. Pippa, over to you. If you were going to Pippa's pumpkin party, what kind of amazing pumpkin lantern would you want to bring and why? That's nice. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, lightning cut through the sky. The fairies looked up as the rain poured down. They couldn't keep anything dry. Decorations were soggy and tables were wet. The cakes and the snacks were soaked through. The party was ruined, or so it seemed. There was nothing the fairies could do. If you were a fairy, how would you save these decorations and snacks from getting soaked? That's a nice answer. I like it. Good job. Pippa thought, it can't get worse. I might as well come clean. I'm sorry, she said, but I'm about to show the worst pumpkins you have ever seen. If you were Pippa's friend, what would you say to make her feel better about her pumpkins? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a nice one. There was a gasp, then stony silence, followed by laughter and tears. The fairy were applauding Pippa. She couldn't believe her ears. What made the fairies go from stony silence to laughter and tears? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Pippa's pumpkins weren't booey at all. They didn't have woo or wah, but with their funny ha-ha faces, they were the best ever lanterns by far. Can you make a funny face? Yeah, that's funny. We are sorry, we started rumors, said B. Pippa said, I'm sorry too. I got into such a muddle. I should have been honest with you. What important lesson did Pippa learn about telling the truth? Yeah, I like that answer. Yep, good job. The fairies put on their ponchos. The rain wouldn't spoil their fun. By the light of laughing lanterns, their party had just begun. Can you count on how many happy pumpkins with laughing faces are at the party? Yeah, that sounds right. Good job. Now, if ever you are in fairyland, when leaves turn gold from green, you will find Pippa's pumpkin lanterns the funniest you've ever seen. So, if you had a magic wand like Pippa, what kind of face would you give a pumpkin lantern? Would you give a happy face, a silly face, spooky face? That's cool. Pippa is feeling very worried about showing her pumpkins. Have you ever felt worried about something you have to do, even if it wasn't perfect? What did you do to feel better? I like that. Good job. Kids, see you all in the next video.